Today was a big day in many ways. We're talking about the redistricting in Texas, all of that stuff. But I want to stop and just bring some really great news. It's Representative Nancy Mace joining us live right now. She's on the move, walking around through. I don't even know where you are, Nancy, but you're
I'm in
walking
the
around.
great state of South Carolina.
I
That's
love
where
it.
we are today.
I love it. You made a big announcement today. I'm not going to take the thunder. Tell the people what you announced today.
Today, I announced that I am running for the governor of South Carolina.
God
Big
bless you.
day.
I got to tell you, I wish you'd moved to Texas. Although we've got a pretty good governor.
Are we
That's such
going
a
to
no.
those state lawmakers in Texas? Are they getting indicted?
Yes. Well, I don't think they're going to get indicted. The rules are this. The DPS, the state troopers here in Texas, can now go find them, can arrest them, and bring them back to the house and make them do their job. So I don't think that's like an indictment where you're going to face charges and go to jail. You just have to go in and do your job now. So them getting on a plane for $17,000 an hour is something that you and I don't think about much, but this is the game that they play. I want to get into that more in a second, but let's talk about South Carolina. Growing up, I always thought this, and tell me if I'm wrong. The House of Representatives kind of a big deal. The Senate is kind of a big deal. Governor of the state was always up in the air for me because it is the chief executive of the state. So clearly, you see this as your calling and a step up, right?
I sure do. This is not a campaign. It is a calling. It's a calling to stop the sanctuary policies that have run around in South Carolina. We had a sanctuary sheriff, Joe, as you know, because we talked about it
Yeah.
here in South Carolina, even though we're a bright red state. I shut it down. We've had schools and universities that had like 15 genders on application forms, and male and female weren't two of those options. And guess who shut it down? I did. And so we have so much opportunity here in South Carolina to reduce the state income tax. We have the highest state income tax in the Southeast. I unveiled a plan today to get it down to zero in 5 years. And so I want to bring MAGA to the state of South Carolina. We have such a great opportunity in the midterms to get MAGA governors, America First governors, people who believe in Donald Trump, to lead their states and implement his policies across the country. And I want to be a part of that movement in the midterms. And if folks want to chip in and help, they can go to nancymace.org.
NancyMace.org. Go and support her candidacy. You first told me about the Sanctuary City sheriff probably a year ago, and it blew my mind. I couldn't believe it because when I think of South Carolina, that's the deep South. It's the red South. It's conservative South, low taxes, low regulations. We don't want people breaking the law and coming and hiding in South Carolina. How do these people, Nancy, how do these people get in those positions, a position of power that allows bad guys and gals to come and hide in your great state? I don't get it.
Well, when I was interviewing with you, Joe, last year, and when MAGA was with us on ousting this sanctuary sheriff last year, not a single statewide official in South Carolina said anything about it. They were silent. And so for me, it's making sure that we follow America First policies on down the line across South Carolina. We put every South Carolinian first. That is the theme of my campaign. And that we work with ICE. I already have a plan already to house and increase the housing for illegal immigrants to help with ICE and DHS deportations of illegals who are here in South Carolina. We have Tren de Agua here. We have Sinaloa Cartel. We have MS-13. They're all here. And my job is to work with the federal government to ensure that they are exported from South Carolina. And if you're a business hiring illegals in South Carolina, we're going to fine you $1,000 a day. That's what we're going to do when I'm governor.
I love it. No, I think that's excellent. It is U.S. Representative Nancy Mace running for governor of the great state of South Carolina. Go and support her candidacy, nancymace.org, nancymace.org. When we talk about Tren de Aragua being there, MS-13 being there, Tom Homan wants to come in, and ICE wants to come in, and Christina wants to come in and clear them out. You've got a sanctuary sheriff or a sanctuary police chief, fill in the blank, sanctuary mayor, maybe somewhere in South Carolina. From the governor's office, what can you do to make them stop doing that, harboring and helping the bad guys?
Well, we can increase the facilities that we have available to ICE and DHS to help implement their deportations. We can ensure that any sheriff or any county or municipality or town that isn't working with ICE, we're going to defund you. You're not going to get a single taxpayer dollar from South Carolina if you don't follow our laws. That's what we'll do.
I love it. And how much power do you have? Because I know that an elected sheriff has power because he or she is elected by the people of that county. But if they're breaking the law or standing in the way or obstructing, I would guess the governor has the power to do something, yes?
The governor has the power to veto and defund those agencies. And of course, that can always be overridden by the legislature. But no one will use the bully pulpit of the governor's perch like I will to make sure that we're following policies that keep every South Carolinian and every American safe.
NancyMace.org. Go and support her candidacy. What is the House and Senate look like in South Carolina? Is it liberal? Is it conservative? What is it?
No, it's super majority Republican, and I've
Good.
got to make sure that we follow the laws. And when we are violating sanctuary policies, when we are allowing illegal immigrants to have free reign, that we eradicate this disease from our state, that we export woke ideology, we export the trans agenda from the state of South Carolina, because it's here. And I'm going to put an end to it.
Are you literally holding the phone up right now this whole time, Nancy?
I sure am. I'm holding up the phone. That's how hard I'm working for South Carolina. I'm literally in the wind, on the water, running hard. It's been a long day, but we'll have raised more in 10 hours than one of my opponents did in their first 10 days. So we're working really hard to deliver for South Carolina.
What is the state income tax there?
It's just over 6%. So every year, the state legislature has dropped it 1/10 of a point or 2/10 of a point, and we're still the highest in the Southeast. Yeah, it's crazy to me. I mean, you got Tennessee, Texas, Florida. They all have 0. Then you have Florida and North Carolina. They're on a fast track to 0, and we're nowhere near it. And I want to see South Carolina. We have a huge opportunity to grow as a state in education, reducing our taxes. I've got a plan for everything, and I unveiled that this morning in my launch.
Do people not understand, Representative, that if you lower taxes for people, they're going to go spend money, and that's going to help the economy? Do they not get? I live in Texas, as you know. We actually saw each other in Texas a month or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
Do they not realize that our economy is booming here because we don't have to worry about that overhead from the government?
Yeah, they are. And they're the opportunity. I know that South Carolina, for example, our economy is built on the backs of small businesses and LLCs, and they can really benefit from a 0% state income tax that you have in Texas and in Florida and in Tennessee. That's why you're seeing such a massive growth. People from California are coming to Texas because of the freedom that Texas offers. And I want South Carolina to be just as free as Texas and Florida and anybody else.
NancyMace.org. Go and support her candidacy right now. She's running for the governor's job in the great state of South Carolina. Tell me about South Carolina when it comes to the people. I'm guessing it's generally speaking a red state. Somehow Democrats, blue, they've gotten a hold of some urban areas. Like here in Texas, all the big cities are now blue. Is that wave happening in South Carolina too, and can we stop it?
Some of that wave is happening, but for me, I mean, I came in 2020 into Congress. I won by 1 point, but last year I got it to an R+18.
Nice.
Because I've been working really hard to fight against the trans agenda, to protect women and children, to put to bed a sanctuary sheriff. We did all those things. And plus, we got a ton of infrastructure funding, some of the largest in state history with regards to grant funding for our crumbling roads. So I've delivered on all these promises, and I want to do the same as governor. And that's what people are craving for. They want a fighter.
Talk to me about the trans ideology, the gender ideology. You somehow identified that some colleges there in South Carolina, universities, were still offering up dozens of different genders. How are you made aware of that? And were they just in the face, just defying what President Trump said in his EO?
Well, initially it was one of my children who were applying to college, and they were like, "Hey, Mom, take a look at this dormitory application. There are 13 genders on this application." And my kid was like, "You have got to see this." I made a video, and within 48 hours, that college took it down. Clemson University did the same thing. They had a 15 gender form for their application or one of their medical programs or whatever on Clemson's website. And wouldn't you know, male and female were not 2 of the genders out of the 15 you could pick from. No, I'm being dead serious. So again, I did a video on social media, and wouldn't you know, 3 hours later, Clemson took it down. Coastal Carolina had a cross-dressing. They were promoting cross-dressing on their website. I went to Twitter about it. You can follow me on @NancyMace. I did a video about it, and what you know, a couple hours later, it was taken down. And I'm not even governor yet. I want to keep our daughters safe. Your daughter, my daughter, everybody's safe. And this is the way that you do it. And if you can use that kind of power, not even with the governor's pen, imagine what we can do when we were in the governor's perch.
I mean, at the end of the day, there is no Title IX necessary if there is no female and male. It just doesn't make any sense. You've been fighting this fight, and I played this video a couple of days ago for somebody. The whole tranny stuff that you did was so hilarious to me. The guy was like, "We have to keep decorum." We're worried about decorum as men are stealing, awards and trophies and championships from women, but we have to keep decorum. And you just jump in, tranny. I mean, it just cracked me up because you just don't care, do you? And in the best possible way.
No, I don't care. I'm like Trump in high heels. I don't care about your feelings. I care about your daughters. I care about victims' rights. I care about a justice system that's been weaponized to hurt victims. I care about taxes. I care about freedom. And that's what really drives me, is that I want to drive home that I will be a governor like Trump. Like, I want to govern in MAGA. I want to govern in America first by putting South Carolina first. I mean, that's what my goal is going to be, and no one's going to work harder than I will.
Yeah, he's out there singing your praises now, but it wasn't always, such a happy relationship. Has he already said to you, Nancy, go ahead and do that? I've got your back. What has he said about this race?
Well, he has not stepped in, and I don't speak for the president, but I will tell you, I am making my case. And you saw in our launch today, we had the biggest launch for any other candidate in South Carolina, wall-to-wall coverage, wall-to-wall fundraising. And we're just going to work very hard to earn the president's support. I've never been given anything in life, and I'm willing to work hard for it and show him how. And I will do that with the voters. I'll do that with the president. No one will work harder for America.
Do you feel good that District 1 will stay Republican next year, even though you're not running for it?
I do. We got it to about an R+18 last year from being an R+1 in 2020.
Crazy.
It is a safe, rock solid, conservative Republican district now. And there'll be a primary, and voters will decide who will be their nominee next year.
I'm guessing your shoulders are burning from holding the camera. So just one more quick.
This is my workout for today.
It's amazing.
This is my workout.
One or two more quick questions. We mentioned earlier the breaking quorum here in Texas. What do you think about all that? Hakeem Jeffries is lying about it. Jasmine Crockett is lying about it. Texas is not breaking the law. They have every right to do this. They have the majority. Breaking quorum is against the law. What do you think about this move by Texas mid-decade to change the districts to get possibly 5 more Republican seats?
Well, this is what Democrats have been doing for years. They've been doing it for decades. They've been doing it by the census and allowing illegals to be counted as regular population. They've been drawing lines to benefit them, even in South Carolina, in the 6th congressional district where Jim Clyburn is. They did it in New York. They're doing it in California. So let's not pretend that they weren't the ones that set the precedent for this. And as long as Republicans are following the law and following the Constitution, then we should be supportive of it because they have made inroads in this. They've been working on it for years. In fact, the 1st congressional district of South Carolina has been sued, is being sued. The state's being sued by Democrats who think that it was discriminated against when it was redrawn. And by the way, the Supreme Court ruled on that last year, and they're trying it again. They are lying. And I don't know, Joe, if you saw this. If you saw Jasmine Crockett's new haircut parted down the middle,
yes,
above the shoulders, is she running for something over there other than Congress? Because that can't happen.
I think she's running for sidekick with Charlemagne the God. But having said that, at the end of the day, you do have the right to do this. And it's very telling, Nancy, that they ran to Illinois, New York, and Massachusetts, all gerrymandered states. California has a 40% Republican base now, only 17% Republican representation. So don't tell me that Texas is doing something wrong. So obviously you support it. Last one, I'll let you go, and we'll let the burn relax in your arm.
You'll let my arm go. I think you need to let my arm go.
We'll let your arm go. One last one. Going into this, what's the most important? We've got at least 3 stations in South Carolina listening. We've got a bunch of people in South Carolina watching right now. What exactly is the chief need? Is it about taxation? Is it about getting illegal aliens out? Is there something that's inherent to South Carolina that I wouldn't be familiar with? What do you need to bring from the governor's office?
In 3 words, law and order. That is our primary concern, our primary need here in the great state of South Carolina. We're going to bring it back.
You're amazing. We love that you came on today and did this with us live, and congratulations on the announcement. Any help we can give you, I absolutely will do that. Go to nancymace.org and support the candidacy. Sure. Representative, thanks a million. We would love having you on. Thank you.
And God bless you. Thank you, sir.
God bless you. We're back after this. Stay right here on the Joe Pag Show.